Welcome to TJ's Room.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
We're doing another beer review.
Yep.
And we are doing Old Chub.
Yep, it's a Scottish ale from Oscar Blues Brewery, which is from Longmont, Colorado. I personally have been there a ton of times. I used to live out in Colorado. But yeah, this is from Oscar Blues. We did Dale's Pale Ale from them before.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know if you knew that was by the same brewery.
Yeah, I believe it did. I know
Okay.
that Oscar Blues is a pretty big brewery now.
Yeah, it definitely is. But yeah, this is a Scottish ale, and it's at about 8% alcohol.
Excellent color in it, almost like a coffee or even a cola.
Yeah, one thing I was going to note is that Scottish ales are pretty unique beers. I don't know a lot about them, but they do look a lot like porters and stouts in the sense that they're just as dark. But yeah.
So let's get our nose into it. Not literally though, but...
Oh, is that what happened to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, let's try it out.
It's sweeter.
Yeah.
But anyways, I was saying that it had a lager or pilsner smell to it.
It does. You can smell that sweetness.
Yeah. It almost has like a generic beer smell to it.
I wouldn't go as far as to say that. You could definitely smell a decent amount of maltiness to it, sweetness too.
Maybe a little alcohol to it as well.
Yeah, I could definitely smell that. I mean, it is beer. So.
It is beer.
Yeah.
Alright.
But
Well,
yeah.
let's taste it.
Let's try it out.
Huh. Okay. Very smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Very refreshing too.
You like that?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is where this is nowhere hoppy,
Mm-hmm.
but this is nowhere light or bland either.
Mm-hmm.
This is it has a very sweet aroma.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost going in the direction of a barley wine or something.
It definitely does. Yeah, that's actually a really good comparison. Very sweet and surprisingly really different than most beers that we have had personally.
And it's not like a heavy or a stout or a porter.
Mm-hmm.
It's its own direction almost. It's
definitely.
But it's good. It's very maybe I could say like a wine almost, or it's just very sweet, or like some sort of tea maybe. I'm getting like the finish. I'm getting like a hint of raspberry or something sugary and
sort
sweet.
of. Yeah. Actually, I definitely know what you mean.
Oh. Wow. This is an elbow bender. I'm just sitting there like putting it down and like pulling out all kinds of weird flavors. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's a very complex beer to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier, whenever I was describing the color to that of porters and stouts, I was actually about to say like, but it's not going to be like that. But I didn't want to like give it away, you know. But yeah, it does like when you do look at the beer, it does give off like the image that like, oh, it's probably going to be like a porter or a stout. Yeah. But it's really not. Like how you described it, it's really like its own beer.
Could you say there's a tartness to it?
Yeah, there is.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
that kind of ties in with the sweetness too. Like
yeah. I like it. I like it a lot actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I've actually excuse you. I've actually picked out this beer, and I've had this beer a bunch of times because, like I said, I've been to the brewery a lot. But yeah, my friend Zane here has never had it before, so
no,
I wanted him to try it out really badly.
No, I like it because it's not following. I kind of like different things. I kind of like odd things, and it's not following this beer track we've been on. Even with our lighter, our pilsners, and our lagers and stuff, it's not going that way. It's not going our porter route. It's not going our IPA route or our pale ale route. It's its own unique entity, and I really like it.
Yeah, I mean, like as I said, you know, and you said too, it's its own beer. It's very complex, and it's really different than pretty much like most other beers that we've had before.
I would say if you had somebody not into beer but into wine, you'd give them this beer and they'd probably be alright with it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would say the same thing.
So what's it coming down to? Numbers.
Score-wise?
Yeah.
Well, one thing I was going to note real quick, actually, is for how strong this beer is, like it's at about 8% alcohol, like I said earlier, it's actually fairly cheap, too. It's about $10 for a 6-pack.
Okay.
Because, you know, we normally talk about price.
Yeah,
so I
fairly
thought
cheap
maybe
for
we
a
want to take
craft
that into
brew.
consideration. But yeah, going down and coming back to numbers, I probably would have to give it either an 8, 8.5, honestly.
Okay, I was going to go low 8, maybe mid 7. There's a few reasons why I'm going a little bit lower than you.
Mm-hmm.
I would say this is an occasional beer. I don't know if I could handle the flavor all the time.
Okay.
This, I mean, especially to like get a case and pound down, I would feel the tartness would resonate in my mouth for a while, almost like a grape juice or something. I don't know what would pair well with, as in meal wise. I could definitely say barbecue, like super sweet barbecue. Because I think like barbecue sauce and this flavor would blend well together, but I don't know.
I think so too. Maybe seafood as well.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Maybe a mild seafood though. I don't see anything spicy really
yeah, I'll
pairing
probably
well.
go with an 8.
Okay.
But I definitely hear you out. It's a very complex beer, and it might not be the beer for everyone, basically. Yeah. With that being said, though, it is really smooth, and it's kind of funny when you said, like, you don't know if you can drink a case of this before. I have drank cases before with a couple friends. It wasn't too bad, actually. And I completely hear you out. I mean, it's just a very different beer.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's good, and it's really good to try. It would be a really good one for, like, a hot day out, and you come in and cool down, and you want, like, a beer to drink. This ice cold and just sitting there in front of the AC would probably be stellar.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Anyway, so we're going to get long-winded about it. But it's good beer, complicated beer. Check it out. Have you had this before? You're going to let us know in the comments. If you have a crazy Oscar Blue story, is this your favorite brewery? Is this your favorite beer? I could see this being somebody else's favorite beer.
Yeah, definitely.
I could see somebody also being like, this is the grossest beer I've ever had in my life.
Yeah. No question.
So, let us know on the Facebook. Subscribe. We got some more beer reviews coming to you. And as always, peace be with you.
Later on.